Question no one knows how to answer. What's the difference between a 4-5 and 5-0 in pickleball? I've got the answer, so pickleball lovers, let's get started right now.
If you're watching a point at a tournament, do you know what level the players are without knowing the bracket? Because you could tell these players are pretty darn good. And we're going to find out the difference between a 4-5 and a 5-0 right now.
I watch game tape of 4-5s playing 5-0s all the time. It's my job. And when a good 5-0 plays a 4-5, the 4-5 has trouble getting to the kitchen. They have trouble getting in dinking battles. And I'll get to what they have trouble with in dinking battles, but what I'm saying is a 5-0 has aggressive serves, very deep, lots of spin. A 5-0 has returns that are deep, that can be sliced. They might be spinning the other way. They keep their opponents off balance. They're hitting their spots. And a 4-5 just isn't there yet. The other reason why the 4-5 is having trouble getting to the kitchen is that 5-0 is hitting punishing volleys at the opponent's inner foot. They're hitting their spots always. The 4-5 is not disciplined yet to do this.
Watch Cliff, bottom left-hand corner, one inner foot, right? Another one at the inner foot. They're hitting their spots, another one at the inner foot, right? These 5-0s know exactly what they're doing. And that's me. I just got lucky. Here's another example of 5-0s keeping me back, right? They're hitting really hard. It's tough for us to recover, and we don't.
When the 4-5 gets in a dinking battle with the 5-0, they have a lot more misses on dinks. I talked to senior pro Mark Napotovich. He's on this channel, does it all the time too. He agreed with me. He goes, Joey, they miss so many more dinks than the 5-0s. On top of that, they miss opportunities to speed the ball up, right? Forehand and backhand roll. They don't identify them like a 5-0 player.
You finally made it to the kitchen. Wait. I know it's stressful because they put so much more stress on you just to get to the dinking battle. So the pressure's already building up. Then you get to the kitchen and they hit an offensive dink, past the kitchen line, and it's so good.
In general, Mark says the 4-5 is hitting a lot less aggressive dinks than the 5-0. The 5-0 has better dinking patterns. So the 5-0 is looking for their speed ups more to set up the point, and the 4-5 is not. When the 4-5 speeds the ball up, they're looking to win the point more opposed to gaining the advantage. The 5-0, on the other hand, is looking to make their opponents uncomfortable. They're looking to get pop-ups. How do you get pop-ups? Right hip, right shoulder for a right-handed player gets them to chicken wing.
Cammy is in the bottom right-hand corner, plays senior pro. Extremely good, but her partner's Edward Perez, plays pro. Gary Gold, probably a 5-4 duper. Top right-hand corner, Ellie. She's a coach, plays pro as well. And look at them move her back, right? Her strength is that. She's really powerful, but you can see she's getting moved almost like a puppet during dinking, and that's a chicken wing, right? Right hip, she chicken wings, that's what I'm talking about.
If they're going at their opponent and trying to hit them, like this ball's going way out, they understand that they have to hit their opponent, right? And they know what speed up they're hitting. And Mark Napotovich sent me a note. He goes, a 5-0 always expects the ball back. They're looking to make their opponent uncomfortable. A 4-5's looking to end the point. They might make more mistakes on putaways. They're a little nervous. And a 5-0 is always in control. A good metaphor for this example is a 5-0 is playing chess and a 4-5 is playing checkers. I mean, a 5-0 is more strategic.
Everyone remembers Bop, the one-hit wonder song. I'm the bottom left-hand corner. I'm not thinking about setting up my next shot. I'm bopping all day. Bop! You're 4-5 at best, Joey, because you don't play chess. Here's another example of playing checkers. Joe Perez, he's a senior pro. He's that good. That's why he dropped his paddle in disgust. Boom bap.
Making his or her opponent feel awkward, generating errors. And a 4-5 is just more transactional, just like checkers. Has some combos, but not a lot, and definitely not thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead. So that's a major difference between 4-5 and 5-0 pickleball players. When the 4-5 is playing forehand middle, they tend to be slower. They tend to swing more, right? A 5-0 is really out in front. They're hitting down at the opponent's feet. They're looking for the next ball. When the 4-5 is playing backhand middle, they tend to jump more on the blocks, especially when they're playing a 5-0, because that 5-0 is hitting their spots, hitting with different paces, and throwing that 4-5 off balance. You see this all the time in game tape.
Joe Perez is serving, plays senior pro. He drives the ball, and I'm shaking bacon at the kitchen, right? Pinching middle. We had a chance to win right there. Then I speed it up because I get a dead dink, right? We're thinking more like chess players. We set up the shake and bake, had a chance to win it there. Then Joe hits this beautiful forehand out wide dink, right? Now we're playing chess when we were playing checkers by being more strategic, thinking a couple moves ahead. And by having these offensive dinking shots, we can do so well. One other thing 5-0s are a lot better on is the 4th shot. Look at this 4th shot drop shot. You can win the point on the 4th shot very easily if they don't hit a good 3rd shot.
A lot of people don't understand. If you angle that backhand block at the opponent's sweet spot, you're in trouble. So that backhand block down at that feet is so important, and a 5-0 does this. A 4-5 does not do this. They tend to hit in the sweet spot. That's what I'm trying to say. In general, 4-5s can do most things 5-0s can do. However, it's probably hand speed, bad habits, and lack of anticipation that keep a 4-5 from being a 5-0, from doing well in a 5-0 tournament. So think about that next time you go play.
This is an example of a really high quality 5-0 point. You saw the chicken wing, and look at the offensive dinking. Not many dead dinks this point to speed up. Let's count how many. So far I have 0. Right there. I think Mike could have taken that out of the air. However, he did speed up the dead dink, gained advantage of the point, right? But look at the defense on the other side from 5-0 players. Defense to offense.
If you want to go into training, a 5-0 has a regular drill-in buddy. All the time, right? That drilling. A 4-5 is not. Someone told me Ben Johns just drills 3 hours a day. That's it. He doesn't play games all the time. A 4-5 likes to go to rec play and win. A 5-0 likes to go to tournaments and win. They don't care about rec play. I've mentioned discipline once or twice. What's the most important rule of pickleball? Not to hit outballs, right? A 5-0 lets outballs go 95% of the time, right? A 4-5, 60, 70. And when you hit your opponent's outballs, you give them momentum, and you most likely will lose in a tournament if you're hitting outballs just like a 4-5 playing in a 5-0 tournament.
The number 1 rule of pickleball, never forget. And it's so easy to forget, right? You gotta laugh at it. Sandy's a 5-0, amazing player. And take a look at this point coming up. How many outballs do they hit? It's a judgment call, but I just want to know. 1. Some of those may be going out, definitely 1.
Pickleball lovers, any other differences between a 4-5 and 5-0, please leave it in comments. Subscribe, save 10% on any paddle. Keeps us in business. It saves you 10%. The only win-win in life. And pickleball lovers, don't forget to have a good day.